If you want to build a scalable company, you have to first be scalable yourself.
That's true.
CBSE comparatively ज़्यादा difficult है.
Really?
Yeah. ICSE में आजकल I think सब लोग 90% plus कर लेते हैं मेरे हिसाब से.
आजकल के टाइम पे इंटर्न्स वगैरह काम ही नहीं करते, मतलब पता नहीं जितना हमने देखा. I don't know. Genuinely.
Open the Bhagavad Gita. The third chapter is a chapter called Karma Yoga. And Karma Yoga is about doing your work, but detachment to the outcome of the work. जब भी मैं फील्ड में आ रहा था तभी ऐसा एक इम्प्रेशन था कि आप फूंक सकते हो, आपने ज्यादा फूंका तो आपकी क्रिएटिविटी और बढ़ेगी, ये वो.
Out of Syllabus. Welcome back to another episode of Out of Syllabus. माझं नाव कनिष्क प्रियदर्शी आणि मी मुंबईमध्ये आहे. मराठी में सिर्फ इतना ही आता है और अक्षय भी मुंबई में है. And today we are in Shchang's office. We are here with Mr. Harshal Karia, who's the founder of Shchang and Level Supermind. Harshal, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Acha, Harshal, you started Foxy more in 2008. Then you left that and you started Shchang.
ScoopWhoop का नाम भी तभी ऊपर
आ रहा था उस टाइम.
Similar journey.
And now you started Level Supermind. The question is, आप करना क्या चाहते हो?
क्या डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन पूछा यार.
नहीं, सही बात है.
क्या करना चाहता हूँ, शबैंग को काफ़ी बड़ा करना है. ये जो हमारा बिजनेस है ना, एडवर्टाइजिंग और मार्केटिंग, उसमें ज़्यादातर आप देखोगे दुनिया में तो देयर इज वन बिग फ्रेंच कंपनी हवास, वन बिग फ्रेंच कंपनी पुब्लिसिस, अमेरिकन कंपनी Omnicom, British company WPP, Japanese Dentsu, you have Japanese Hakuhodo, and there is no major Indian company. So it's kind of shameful that we don't have a premier flagship Indian brand all over the world. तो Level Supermind के साथ भी kind of similar story है, because मैं देख रहा था कि meditation apps, मैंने meditation शुरू किया तो मैंने सोचा कि भाई Indian company है ही नहीं, and people all over the world. Yeah, I mean this is the home of meditation.
Yeah.
So you know, how can you not have a Indian tech product in this space particularly differentiating, and when you have the advantage of ancient wisdom sitting right behind us, how can we not do it?
So we know you now as the founder of these two fantastic companies, about even a new app. But tell me, मतलब बचपन से you knew क्या कि यही करना है मेरे को?
बचपन में क्या हुआ कि see, I was good in school, not in my academics so much. Like if you know, which board did you guys do? CBSE. I did ICSE.
अच्छा.
So ICSE
वो तो comparatively ज़्यादा difficult
How about that?
नहीं, I think we used to say कि CBSE comparatively ज़्यादा difficult है.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys believe that ICSE?
ICSE ज़्यादा difficult होता है bro.
I thought at least in our discussions it used to be कि like CBSE बहुत difficult है, ICSE तुम लोग को थोड़ा easy है. So I was good with performing arts, I was good with sports. Generally I used to sit in the first bench, raise my hand and all that.
अच्छा, front bench.
भाई.
You were a front bencher.
मैं back bencher था.
Life makes sense. They always say backbenchers are the ones who go ahead, but front benchers also.
सही बात है.
तो फिर हाथ उठा के मतलब people like you know, तो
आप prefect थे, मतलब वही
head boy था.
मैं बोलने वाला था.
ठीक है.
आपको देख के लगता है कि आप head boy थे भाई, मतलब सही में.
Yeah, then when I was growing up, I don't know if you guys had moms like that, but like my mom was one of those tiger moms, you know, like she would send me for karate, even when I was hated, but she like, no, get lost, you have to go.
Karate, then music, then पढ़ाई, tuitions.
Music, yeah. So music also, like I had a music teacher who used to come home and we used to study Indian classical music. I'm like, I would know many of the rags that are there.
तो you can do all that.
Yeah.
तो ये कराटे, मैं एक क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहता हूँ कि ये जो कराटे आपने किया, कभी बाहर अप्लाई किया किसी पे?
नहीं यार, karate as a sport is more like they don't encourage you to hit hard. So when you're doing, there's like a thing called shiai and there's a thing called kata. So kata and kumite. Shia is kumite. Kumite is fighting. But it's like fighting as a sport. So you just have to like, it's about speed. You touch, cut and out. Then you get your point. So, or in general, I discovered later on, like post my 30s, I discovered that I am not so good with conflict. Okay? Physical conflict, or any kind of conflict, emotional, physical. Really? But that's a different story about how once you realize what you're not good at, then you attack it.
But in conflict management, so then you're saying till you were 30, you would not go with conflict.
I didn't realize I'm bad with conflict.
But then you're already like running a company and you know with
how
all
old are you?
Like, hi, how old do you think I am? I love this question. They always do this.
32.
Oh man, that's bad. Usually I'm younger, I'm 30, I'm 30.
30 is the age when you start to, like, it's a new dawn, right? Like, because you come through the 20s and now you don't have those limitations, or you have enough money in your pocket.
So then when does that happen? Like you suddenly like, okay, you know what? I'm going to take that risk and start a company. Because you know, like nowadays there's so many people, I'm guessing, of viewers also watching who like want to begin something. They want to start something. They want to.
So I have two things, right? Like, so my two things of starting a company or even third thing, you know, both have 3 different stories. तो first one was, आप अगर कितने साल का था, मैं 20 साल का था जब ये पहली कंपनी शुरू की, तो 20 साल का था, मुझे इंटर्नशिप कर रहा था, 3 साल मैंने इंटर्नशिप की थी।
तो डेंसू में कि मतलब अलग
अलग अलग, एक था डेंसू में, एक था एक लाइफस्टाइल वायरलेस वाला था, एक तीसरा था वॉट कंसल्ट, वॉट ब्लॉग्स लिख रहे थे। और फिर कॉलेज से निकला तो एक जॉब ऑफर आया, वॉट से ही जॉब ऑफर आया, उसने मुझे 16,000 की सैलरी ऑफर की। और मेरा लक कि वो उसका ऑफिस था, अभी अगर आप बॉम्बे में हो अभी तो कोलाबा में था उसका ऑफिस, मेरी कॉलेज थी चर्च गेट में, तो चर्च गेट टू कोलाबा इज हार्डली अगर 10 मिनट। उसकी पहली ऑफिस थी कोलाबा में और उसका कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो गया और उसने ऑफिस शिफ्ट कर दी गोरेगांव। ना अगर आप कोलाबा टू गोरेगांव इज रफली 1.5 hours।
It's like Noida, Gurgaon.
We तो do it every day, हमारा ऑफिस मतलब I live in Greater Noida और हमारा ऑफिस गुड़गांव में है।
So we can understand. So then what did you do when they are calling you from?
मैं गया 1 महीने के लिए गया।
अच्छा।
एग्जैक्टली 1 महीने के लिए गया, लेकिन तीसरे दिन पे मुझे पता चला गया कि ये नहीं होगा मुझसे। तो मैंने रेजिग्नेशन भेज दिया। उसने बोला कि कुछ नोटिस पीरियड होगा, तू नोटिस कर दे और फिर हैंड ओवर कर देते। तो मैं बोला ठीक है। और प्लस जो सैलरी थी 16,000 की सैलरी, इट वाज नॉट लाइक कि उससे मेरा घर चलेगा, या नॉट कि मुझे घर से भी बोला था कि तुझे घर चलाना है। तो मैंने सोचा कि ठीक है यार, मतलब कुछ भी होगा तो 16,000 के आसपास तो कमा ही लूंगा। सो एट इफ योर व्यूअर्स आर, लॉट ऑफ देम आर यंग व्यूअर्स, देन दैट अपॉर्चुनिटी कॉस्ट रिस्क। एक्चुअली द अर्लियर यू स्टार्ट, the less risky it is, because even if you have it, even if you don't succeed, then somebody is going to give you a decent job. Somebody is going to give you a decent job. Like I'll always hire a failed entrepreneur is very good, and I'll put a slight premium on the salary to a failed entrepreneur. I feel like the earlier you start, the better it is.
So how did you start? मतलब start कैसे किया आपने? मतलब Foxy more on.
स्टार्ट कैसे किया कि एक्चुअली ये 3 और लोग थे।
So there were total of 4.
और 3 और लोग थे, उन्होंने शुरू कर दिया था थोड़ा, मतलब I saw Facebook पे
ये तीनों कौन थे? मतलब how did you meet?
एक बंदा था मेरी स्कूल में था, जूनियर था वो मेरी स्कूल का, और उसके 2 कॉलेज फ्रेंड थे, टी शर्ट का कुछ प्रिंटिंग कर रहे थे। तो मैंने उनको बोला कि ये थोड़ा ना ऑनलाइन डिजिटल सोशल का बूम होने वाला है, तो इस पे ज़्यादा फोकस करते। तो एक बहुत लंबी मीटिंग भी रखी थी, 2 दिन वाली मीटिंग की, कंपनी का फोकस क्या होना चाहिए, कैसे होना चाहिए, डिबेट हुए थे ये वो।
So everyone was on your side?
हाँ
The 4 of you.
And कैसा था, मतलब what was the dynamic like? मतलब 4 of you all agreed कि this is the future?
नहीं, मतलब वो बोर्ड पे लिखा था ये सब ऑप्शन है, मतलब 4 लोग होते तो 4 अलग अलग तरीके के लिख के आते हैं कि कहाँ जाना चाहिए। तो डिसाइड किया कि ओके डिजिटल में फोकस करते, अभी डिजिटल में फोकस करेंगे। और आप 20 इयर्स के हो, तो क्योंकि आप सर्विस बिजनेस चलाना चाहते हो 20 इयर्स पे, तो आपका चेहरा तो नन्ना मुन्ना सा मासूम सा है, मतलब
लोग सीरियसली नहीं लेंगे।
लोग सीरियसली नहीं ले रहे थे। एक्चुअली वही प्रॉब्लम था कि लोग सीरियसली नहीं रहे थे। बट आई वुड से कि लक क्या हो गया कि ये नई इंडस्ट्री थी, और नई इंडस्ट्री में लोगों को यंग लोगों की जरूरत थी। आई यूज माई एज टू माई एडवांटेज। तो मैंने तभी, आई डोंट नो आप लोग को वो स्लाइड शेयर करके एक वेबसाइट थी, हाँ, वहाँ से बहुत सारे अच्छे स्लाइड शोज डालते थे लोग, गोरे लोग डालते थे। तो मैं वो लेता था और उसको अपने स्टाइल में बना के मैंने एक अच्छा 100 स्लाइड का डेक बना दिया था। तो मैंने आई यूज टू यूज माई एज टू माई एडवांटेज, कि मैंने बोला कि 20 साल का हूँ और मैं आपके साथ मीटिंग करना चाहता हूँ, ये सोशल मीडिया बहुत बड़ा होने वाला है, और मैंने सोशल मीडिया में ये किया है। मैंने थोड़ा कुछ किया था, मतलब एक जो मेरी सेकेंड इंटर्नशिप थी लाइफस्टाइल नेटवर्क्स, उसमें कुछ वायरलेस का प्रोजेक्ट था, उसमें मुझे प्रोजेक्ट सौंपा दिया गया था कि भाई तू ला लोगों को अपने बिल्डिंग में परमिशन दे कि वो वाईमैक्स के बॉक्स हमें बिल्डिंग में लगाने दे विदाउट कॉस्ट। तो मैंने क्या किया, एक फेसबुक ग्रुप चालू किया था कि आई वांट ऑल ऑफ मुंबई टू हैव वायरलेस इंटरनेट। तो लोग we were starting belonging, oh what would happen if all had wireless in internet, this would be the possibilities, ये वो। तो मैंने देखा कि जो ज़्यादा कमेंट कर रहे हैं उसको मैं जाके बोलूँ कि भाई यू कैन बिकम अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस, यू कैन मेक इट हैपन, तो तू आ जा। सो दैट वाज माय फर्स्ट ट्रेंड। सो आई हैड सम एग्जांपल्स कि सोशल को कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं कम्युनिटी बनाने के लिए। और फिर मार्क ज़करबर्ग भी बात कर रहे थे, इट्स ऑल अबाउट कम्युनिटीज, कनेक्टिंग ये वो। और सेकंड एक फार्मूला 1 टीम थी विजय माल्या की, फोर्स इंडिया फार्मूला 1 टीम, तो उसका मैंडेट मैं संभालता था। मतलब आई वाज पिकिंग अप ऑन द सिग्नल्स व्हाट पीपल वर reacting to. So as a general life skill also, what happens is that if people don't react with a positive outcome, that means you're doing something right. And in that, whenever people counter something, that is basically a signal for you to improve that area. So I was improving my presentation again and again. और मैं जाता था कंपनीज को बोलता था कि आप मुझे सिर्फ एक अपॉइंटमेंट दे दो, बात कर लेते.
Approach them, मतलब constantly.
Because trying to learn things.
हाँ, तो they also liked it कि देखो इसका टेम्परामेंट क्या है कि ये चुपचाप आके बैठ जाता है, उसको जो बोलो नेक्स्ट 2 दिन में फटाक से अच्छा सा करके देता है. उस पर थोड़ा काम करना पड़ता है, बट सीनियर लोग को भी क्या होता है कि उसको कम काम करना है, मतलब दे ऑल्सो वांटेड टू बी बिल्ट अ सर्टेन लेवल एंड देन दे कैन टेक इट अप. और फिर मैं ये सब बड़ी एजेंसी के साथ बैठता था ना, तभी व्हाट आई वाज एबल टू सी इनसाइड द बिग एजेंसीज कि ये लोग सोच कैसे रहे, मतलब ये बेच कैसे रहे.
आजकल के टाइम पे इंटर्न्स वगैरह काम ही नहीं करते, मतलब पता नहीं जितना हमने देखा. Generally, मतलब tell me why.
This attitude. Do you think this attitude?
You know, I want to debate this, okay? Actually, क्योंकि till last year मैं Gen Z के बारे में बहुत मतलब गालियाँ देता, लेफ्ट राइट एंड सेंटर.
बड़ा भी.
फिर मुझे समझ में आया कि बेसिकली जब भी you are of that age ना, you are very confused. In a way, you don't want to admit it, but you are insecure. तो उसके बीच में बहुत डर होता है. 2008 में how we are doing Gen Z के बारे में ना, वो millennial के बारे में तब कर रहे थे. But coming back to the point of 20-year-old, if you're 20-year-old, you want to do a few things. One is that you want to use your age to your advantage as a card, saying I'm a 20-year-old and this is a new subject I have authority on. Second is if you're saying you have authority, you better have authority. And in a new field. If you say 20-year-old ka card in an established field, nobody's going to talk to you. So you see what are the sunrise industries. How will you see all the sunrise industry? You'll follow angel list where the money is going.
Yes.
So that is where the money is going, which are the sunrise industry which people care about.
ये 30 years में भी कर सकते हैं क्या, मतलब?
हाँ, 30 में भी कर सकते हैं.
But you're right. So then, like now, would be right to see AI because I read this whole thing of like
exactly
Web3.
Exactly.
People were not getting funding when they were saying Web3. They changed the term of Web3 to AI.
Yeah.
They raised funding like this.
Yeah.
So do you also see trends? मतलब you think take Gen Z now because like हम कह रहे हैं कि skill set should be like this. Like, using of these tools like ChatGPT etc. that they're gonna have. How do you think that will impact the skill set of due diligence? Or मतलब we are romanticizing it by saying
what do you mean due diligence?
Or due diligence, but like research ourselves, verifying information.
इसमें रिस्क भी है और अपॉर्चुनिटी भी है. रिस्क क्या है कि आप चैट जीपीटी में डाल दो ये वो है, और जो आ गया आपने विदाउट
कॉपी पेस्ट कर दिया.
हाँ, कॉपी पेस्ट कर दिया विदाउट पढ़े और विदाउट उसको फैक्ट चेक करके और देख के. तो यू नो दैट्स द रिस्क एंड दैट इज गोइंग टू बी द रिस्क ऑफ दिस जनरेशन कि यू विल बिकम लाइक डेड पोटैटोज इफ यू जस्ट टेक व्हाटएवर दैट आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस इज डूइंग. एंड बट द अपॉर्चुनिटी इज दैट यू हैव द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू कनेक्ट so many more variables in a shorter span of time and actually connect those variables and bring a bigger picture. It's all about bigger perspective. पहले मैंने क्या शुरू किया कि क्रिएटिव फील्ड में जब भी मैं फील्ड में आ रहा था तभी ऐसा एक इम्प्रेशन था कि आप फूक सकते हो, आप यू नो चरस दारू ये वो, इट्स आपने ज़्यादा फूका तो आपकी क्रिएटिविटी और बढ़ेगी ये वो. बट आई फील लाइक ये एक जनरेशनल शिफ्ट हो रहा है कि नाउ द कॉग्निटिव लोड ऑफ योर माइंड यू नीड टू बी एबल टू इंक्रीज एंड दैट इज व्हाई आई स्टार्ट पुशिंग ऑन माई सेल्फ एक्सपेरिमेंट विद मेडिटेशन एंड दैट इज व्हाई आई सेड कि ओके यू नो वी नीड टू टेक meditation also across to as many young people as possible because it is the smartest way to expand the capacity of your brain.
आज के टाइम पे स्टिमुलेंट्स भी इतने सारे हैं.
That's true. It's a overstimulating time we live in. Also.
Yeah.
I'm guessing
Netflix,
exactly.
So many things.
In the last 15 years, you must have seen like a crazy.
I mean, you have also seen it.
We have also seen it. I mean,
from making fiction videos on ScoopWhoop to like now do first writing and
now AI generated content, etc. We are also kind of like, and how do you navigate that space? You know, like the trends are changing. Like what used to take 3-4 years, now is taking like 1 year.
Yeah.
It'll take a few months.
Exactly.
You know, so what do you see the market going forward? You were the first to kind of assume that digital is going to be the in thing. Then I'm guessing, मतलब you knew, मतलब did you know about influencers?
Actually, अगर आप long view देखोगे ना, तो जो 2008 में बात की थी ना, अभी 2023 में वही हो रहा है.
हाँ, ये तो है.
In a way, if you see Minority Report,
actually
वही तो हो रहा है ना. तो आपको basically देखना, ये टाइम पे आपको देखना है कि जो long view ले रहे हैं वो क्या बोल रहे हैं. बिकॉज आई थिंक अभी हम लोग माइनॉरिटी रिपोर्ट पे ऑलमोस्ट आ गए. ऑलमोस्ट मतलब 5 साल में हो जाएगा. तो आज का दैट्स व्हेयर आई फील आल्सो बैलेंस ऑफ माइंड इज अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट स्किल. एक है मेंटल हेल्थ, दूसरा मेंटल फिटनेस.
डिफरेंस क्या है इसमें?
सी मेंटल हेल्थ आई फील
इट्स जस्ट टेकिंग केयर ऑफ योरसेल्फ. And mental fitness is like
improving yourself.
Improving yourself.
Exactly. Mental health is a marker. It's how strong your mental health becomes. But the more you are fit, the stronger your mental health becomes. And that is why I can challenge on any subject with respect to this, with respect to any paper, scientific, otherwise, the best way to build your mental fitness is through meditation. You shut yourself, you focus on a single thing, and you connect
The chakras.
with your internal self. I mean, chakras is one subsection, but you basically connect with yourself. In 2 weeks, people are starting to see reduced stress. If you're doing it for over 2 months, then you are starting to see increased focus. If you're doing it for 2 years, you are starting to see things like increased learnability. At 5 years, people are seeing altered traits and greater speeds of thinking. So I have experienced it myself. That is why I'm such a मुंह फट के बोलता हूँ. You know, like.
तो अभी दिमाग बहुत तेज चलता रहता है क्या?
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है कि दिमाग बहुत तेज चलते रहता है, but relative to what it was, there is definitely an impact.
आप कितने साल से you're doing this regular, मतलब meditation like?
About 5-6 years. I mean, it's actually 5.5 years as we are sitting right now. It's a coinciding journey. So for me, the day meditation came into my life, drugs went out, alcohol went out, meat went out. I mean, people want to eat meat. I have no problem with that. But for me personally, it wasn't sitting with it. And if you want to build a scalable company, you have to first be scalable yourself.
That's true.
That's the thing.
And this is great advice. I'm going to try this out actually.
Yes, I know.
Because meditation I've tried in pockets and all, but life में actually किया नहीं. But it always makes me feel good.
एक मूवी थी वो सेंट ऑफ वुमन या पता नहीं उसमें अल पचिनो का डायलॉग बहुत सही है कि मतलब everybody knows what the right thing is for them, but nobody takes the right path. Meditation सबको पता करना है, मगर वो 1 घंटे बैठ के निकालना, स्पेशली फॉर अ पर्सन लाइक मी हु
तो उसको ही एक्चुअली हमारा मेन टास्क वही है कि हाउ डू वी मेक इट डिजायरेबल, और उस पे काम कर रहे हैं बेसिकली अभी. तो आई थिंक 2-3 साल में हो जाएगा.
But this you're like working on an app, मतलब doesn't it go against the that's what we wanted to ask. Crux of meditation is to detach from
everything
if we've got it right. External stimulus.
Yeah, so you are, I mean, see what happens is like you said, I know I've got to do it, but you have to also train your mind to get into it, right? Like if you go to the gym, you need somebody to help you do the right form. So it's the app is, in fact, I don't mind over time, people don't want to use the app. That is the best joy for me.
But then you lose money.
Business.
But ठीक है, there's, you know, today percentage of world's population that's a daily regular meditation practice is less than 2.5%.
Damn.
So the market is very very big. तो मेरे को फर्क नहीं पड़ता यार. Actually, very honest with you, till today I use an app for what? I use an app I just plug in for time. Means it's a silent meditation, but I know I have put the time for 45 minutes and that's why I use the app. 2 things we are really focus on. लोगों को start कैसे कराना and make it a very pleasurable start. Because आपका start अच्छा होगा तो आप continue कर पाओगे. और second is कि आपको start अच्छा लगा तो आपको continue करने के लिए what are some of the tools that we can give you to reward you to be stay consistent. तो उस पे ही काम कर रहे हैं अभी फिलहाल. Everything else is noise.
Do you think like to live minimally, मतलब there's only 2 people I've seen who live a minimalist lifestyle. One who can't afford and one who can afford everything. The middle people do not live that kind of lifestyle. Why do you think that kind of is?
Tough question of I don't know why I think
अच्छा,
that would
आपके लिए
be.
क्या?
See, for me the journey of minimalism was a very natural journey which came. You believe life's philosophy a certain way, but you are helping companies do something else. Most companies also na, what they are trying to do is they are trying to match the right consumer with the right product for that right time in that period in their lives. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि कंज्यूम नहीं किया, मैंने भी बहुत कंज्यूम किया, अलग चीज़ें कंज्यूम किए, and that company is trying to do that. So because I have this company which helps companies target consumers, it become my responsibility to maximize it in the best way. और अभी मैं इधर बैठ गया हूँ, मतलब you know this is a path I've chosen. It's not कि all companies are like crazy on consumption. I give you an example. Ashok Leyland is a company which sells trucks, so heavy vehicles and medium vehicles, light vehicles. So when we are working on a marketing campaign for them saying कोई मंजिल दूर नहीं, it's actually about the hopes and dreams of the country going further. And another very interesting thing is that in our country only 10% of the population is like 25,000 average monthly income. The most elite population actually we say, and 25,000 is not that much. And economy is going through waves, people are going through waves. I sincerely believe that after you go through the wave of consumption, most people will arrive at minimalism only. और बहुत कम लोग होते हैं जिसको वो wisdom होता है कि मतलब without consumption I have to come here. Even I have come here after consuming a lot. And if I did not consume that, then I would have that FOMO कि अरे ये क्या है, ये वो नहीं है. मतलब it's a human tendency.
But do you think like on a scale, like on a scale, because I think like we also, 3 of us, we represent a very very small percentage, and we come with that perspective of we have a certain kind of upbringing, a certain kind of way of looking at the world, you know.
We are privileged kids.
Privileged kids,
Of
basically.
Delhi and Bombay.
Basically, Hana, Delhi, Bombay. So, and the majority of the country has been sold this idea now with influencers, etc.
Correct.
Paisa. Now there's a completely different kind of worldview, which is like, you know what, everything, let's just make the bloody money.
Correct.
And the thing is that this one person who goes on that journey, and he's on that journey, 20 से मैं पैसा बनाऊंगा, 35, 37, he's thinking, and he's like, yeah, I made all the money in the world. He's sitting in this palace of his, and he's going to have a, I see that as a, do you see it as well at scale in the country?
Yeah, it's 100%. And I think there also we have to empathize. See, why is it happening? It is happening because everybody didn't have access to resources. When you suppress resources for so long from so many people, it's like a spring, right? Cut. It's bound to happen like that. So वही हो रहा है. And plus you couple with the fact that India में अभी क्या हो रहा है कि we are the only country which is growing at this speed right now in the world. That means in a world view, if you think about it, the allocation of resources is coming back here you know, in the center of the world, India. तो फिर resources आ रहे हैं, growth हो रहा है, people have been suppressed, people have the desire to grow, this is bound to happen. But it's a cycle, we have to let it happen. अभी कुछ judge नहीं कर सकते, ना control कर सकते. And then you see what part you want to play in it. So I have one part to play in it, and I have a second part to play in it. I am playing both my parts.
Yeah. Yin and yang kind of thing.
हाँ, ये तो सही है भाई, ये सही आंसर है. तो अभी आप asset allocation की बात कर रहे हो, आप invest कैसे करते हो? मतलब how do you invest? क्योंकि जैसे इसने बोला कोविड के पहले मैं खुद नहीं करता था. अभी मैंने अंकुर वारिकू सर को देख लिया, तन्मय भाई को देख लिया, मैंने भाई इंडेक्स में पैसा डालने का, हर महीने डालने का. तो
करेक्ट. तो मेरा भी पैसा इंडेक्स में जाता है और दूसरा सब मेरा इन्वेस्टमेंट मेरी 2 कंपनीज में है.
बिटकॉइन वगैरह नहीं लिया, कुछ लिया?
नहीं,
वो सब
क्रिप्टो लिया और फिर बेच दिया.
नहीं लिया ही नहीं.
अरे you are a future, so you didn't see this as a thing. Crypto में you didn't see any.
नहीं, crypto I felt at the time also I was getting a lot of signs that it's greater fool theory because there is no inherent value being generated ना. उसका जो return आ रहा है, crypto का return आ रहा है, वो कहाँ से आ रहा है? Why you put money in index is because index is a basket of companies which are an income generating asset. तो basically मैं कंपनी चलाता हूँ, देखता हूँ कि P&L पे चलती है कंपनी, बिटकॉइन पे P&L है नहीं, it's a trading commodity. तो commodities में मैंने पैसा कभी डाला नहीं, जैसे गोल्ड में या ये वो. That's why I didn't touch it.
Okay, fair, interesting.
एक ऐप में मतलब कितना पैसा डाला है आपने? मतलब लेवल सुपर माइंड में how much money have you invested?
मिला के करीबन 2.5 to 3 crores.
Okay.
To build the content, build the tech, build the team, you make mistakes. Also, it's a new business.
Yeah.
So when you're building a new business, you make mistakes.
No funding from anywhere, you yourself have.
हाँ, और there was a reason for that also because कि जब भी मैं फंडिंग उठाने गया तो लोग मुझे बोल रहे थे कि अरे नहीं वैसा नहीं. पहला सवाल आया, तू तो शबैंग चलाता है.
इधर सामान बेच रहा है, यहाँ पे तू मेडिटेशन की बात करेगा, ये बैठ नहीं रहा मेरे.
नहीं वैसे नहीं, मुझे तेरा 100% टाइम इधर चाहिए. मतलब मैं पैसा फेंक रहा हूँ यहाँ पे, तू मेरे लिए नाच. तो तू ये तेरा टाइम इधर से कम कर. मैंने बोला कि मुझे नहीं करना. बेसिकली मैंने 3-4 भी नहीं 2 मीटिंग की और मुझे सिग्नल पकड़ गया कि ये मुझे कंसिस्टेंटली आने वाला है बिकॉज सामने वाला जब भी पैसे फेंक रहा है तभी उसको भी डाउट होगा. मैं बोला ठीक है, दैट्स fair from your end, was fair from my end is I can put the resources, तो मैं डाल देता हूँ resource. The only end is to be able to maximize what you can make out of yourself. If you can do the best of what yourself is supposed to do, you'll be happy.
Have you heard about Ramana Maharishi?
Yeah, I'm reading his book right now.
Who am I?
Yeah.
Naniyar. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I resonate a lot with what. I can understand where he. But do you think society can go to that kind of with the capitalist, maximalist life and consumption lives that we are living? Do you think that like with small steps like bringing the app in and bringing these conversations, and do you think it goes into a thing of we're actually nothing? Because then that kills capitalism, right? In a way, if we all tomorrow wake up like we don't want anything, हमें नहीं चाहिए, हम अपना खाना उगा सकते हैं, whatever, just a hypothetical. I feel like this is a totally different podcast only. I will just leave it with one thing, which is that see, I don't think this whole process of spiritual growth and development kills capitalism. It's not anti-capitalism. I think that is a misnomer. Because if you open the Bhagavad Gita, the second chapter is like a summary of the whole Bhagavad Gita. The third chapter is a chapter called Karma Yoga. And Karma Yoga is about doing your work, but detachment to the outcome of the work. It doesn't mean you don't
form a truck company. You need to form a truck company for the world to progress. Because if that truck company was not there, if that technology was not there, if mobility is not there, if AI is not there, how will the human race move forward? So you keep going and you keep building, you keep creating, but with a detachment to the outcome of the success. That means when you are detached to the outcome of the success, you will still keep giving your best no matter what. So it is not anti-capitalism. It is
interesting way.
It is.
ये तो वही है ना, मतलब कर्म करते जाओ, फल की
चिंता मत करो.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
I mean, human race moving forward, I will just to play devil's advocate on this point, which is like human race moving forward, according to capitalism, which is like build companies, keep giving services, keep giving products. That is our understanding of it because capitalism has existed like the last 400 years.
Yeah, that's our rudimentary understanding of capitalism, I would say. Ki capitalism is only about
giving and taking.
Giving and taking. It's about value exchange. It's not just about giving and taking. So if we bring that intention of giving and taking, then it lives with that. If we keep the intention of value exchange, then it drives that. And that is also to your point, ki why you are in this world. That is because then you can drive the way that world is thinking, and that is why I want to build a 500,000 people company. So if I can be a contributor in making the world think that way, that will be good. If I can't, I will die trying.
But crazy. No, but that makes so much sense. Now I know. You know, I was going to ask how was it to build two companies, but through these answers, I'm understanding your way of functioning. The one is pretty interesting. That's
so is the podcast little different from the others?
Yes.
ये वाला.
Definitely. I mean, capitalism and spirituality are hand in hand. That is blowing my mind.
It's insane.
Yeah, shit. I was wondering how
अपन उसका भी भूल लेते हैं कि हम दोनों कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स हैं और कंटेंट कंटेंट क्रिएट कर रहे हैं. तो आई थिंक कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स देमसेल्व्स आर अभी इसके टाइम पे मतलब एक मार्केटिंग एजेंसी है, छोटा सा, बहुत छोटा सा. मतलब हम कंटेंट क्रिएट कर रहे हैं, इधर से एक ब्रांड आता है, भाई मेरा ये बेच दो, हम कुछ क्रिएट करते हैं. तो मतलब डू यू हैव एनी सजेशंस फॉर कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स लाइक
एंड वेयर डज इन्फ्लुएंसर मार्केटिंग गो?
फ्यूचर है क्या इसका, बता दो वरना चेंज कर लें.
हाँ, यस प्लीज.
I think I think there's a big future for influencer marketing. Actually in Shchang भी हम लोग ने शुरू किया है टाइलेंट मैनेजमेंट का एक विंग स्पेसिफिक.
अच्छा, what's up?
Hi.
Akshay, what's up? So where does this? How does this go? Have we told you? I'm big fans of Shchang.
Yeah, break up with okay tested. Harshal Kari and Shchang are best friends.
So I think it's not going anywhere. At least next 5 years, I don't think it's going anywhere.
So it is 5 years, and after that, you think AI avatars will become content creators and stuff?
I don't know. You know, that's the thing. Now that you have sparked this, now I'm looking for what's the next Minority Report.
कभी-कभी जब आप सुबह उठते हैं ऐसे शीशे में देखते हो, फिर रियलाइज करते हो यार 1300 लोग हैं भाई कंपनी में, बड़ी कंपनी यार, मजा तो आ रहा है भाई. मतलब कसम बताओ, फील तो आती होगी उठ के एकदम
गॉड से.
सही बताओ,
मदर
जैसे उसमें वो कौन सी ओम शांति ओम में
नहीं होता है
कि मखमल के उसमें पैरों मेरे, वो फील तो आती होगी कभी.
नहीं हुआ,
नहीं कभी नहीं,
टच वुड नहीं हुआ.
ओके.
और वो आई थिंक बिकॉज मैं ज्यादा ये स्पिरिचुअल परसूट में चला जा रहा हूँ और यू नो शास्त्र में चला जा रहा हूँ, तो आई फील दैट इज ऑल्सो हेल्पिंग इन सम वे. It doesn't come.
Which is why you're anchoring yourself, I guess. Matlab, to not get swayed. Matlab, I guess it's not easy to not also matlab, get swayed by the fact that
see, at the initial stage, I mean, I will not lie. At the initial stage, you can get swayed. But then the more you work on anchoring yourself, the more you are focused on your meditation practice, the more you are able to see the way the world works. You're able to see the commonality and interconnectedness of things. You're able to see you're a small speck in the larger scheme of things. Just keep doing.
I did not expect you to talk to us about the spiritual
things,
connection to capitalism and how they're connected and how that's making you also function and move forward. That's crazy.
आपने सुबह खाना खाया, ब्रेकफास्ट किया? नहीं. ब्रेकफास्ट नहीं किया?
क्या खाते हो? Avocado toast. We were guessing avocado toast.
बड़ा पाव लेके आए हो? अरे वाह,
मतलब सही है, हाफ हाफ खा लेते भाई. सेट कैच.
I don't mind.
ये इतनी देर से लेके बैठा हुआ था.
कब निकालूं? अच्छा, so in the middle when you were saying 1 second में ये, that was what you were trying to do.
तो वही तो कर रहा था भाई, इनको मैं बड़ा पाव खिलाना चाह रहा था अक्षय.
Okay, we're going for a rapid fire with Harshal. You have to मतलब quickly tell us who out of these and why. ठीक है? Jeff Bezos और मुकेश अंबानी?
मुकेश अंबानी.
Why? You?
I love the guy, man. I love him. I'm also a graduate of Dhirubhai Ambani school.
Of course.
When he used to come to school, I've seen, if you see minimalism, he's the guy also.
Really?
He would wear the same t-shirt and come every day to the school to pick up his wife, or once in a while when he would come to pick up his wife. I mean, he's too good. I can't. The more less I say about him, the better. He's too good.
Fair. Okay. Elon Musk or Sam Altman?
I don't know enough about Sam Altman yet, so I'd say Elon Musk.
So
Because of
Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg? Then let's make it interesting.
Elon Musk, yeah.
Elon.
Musk.
Why though? Like, what is the?
He's very ballsy.
Very
ballsy.
Guts.
Yeah, and also like the thing is the sheer diversity of industries from solar to space exploration to like just the impact on the world is crazy.
You said already the long view. Who's looking at the long view? He's one of them.
I mean, again, like see, these are all people you can't compare yourself to or even think like that.
Peter Thiel or Tim Cook?
Tim Cook.
Why?
Operational efficiency. Tuck, tuck, tuck. The way he runs things, it's like a factory in a man.
Wow, factory in a man, bro.
Crazy. अच्छा Arshil, so you were talking about like we wanted to know like starting a company अगर हम बोले किसी को मतलब in a crisp way and like privilege के साथ and privilege के बिना how difficult is it or what are the things मतलब does social capital help a lot, does it not मतलब
Social capital helps a lot.
So what is the advice to somebody who has that access and who does not maybe मतलब who's not as privileged to
So if you have access, I can talk a bit more clearly about somebody who has access.
Okay.
You please keep your head down. Just because you have the access doesn't mean anything. It just means you got like little bit one step more. So you have to treat every opportunity that you got as I got this opportunity, thank you. And you put your head down, you deliver the best on that opportunity, only then will the next one open. So the access is your first door open. If you open the first door and in the first door you did correctly, then 2 more doors will open. And in those 2, if you did correctly, 4 more will open. So it's just like that. If you don't have access, then in today's world to open door is not that difficult. What you want to do if you don't have access is you want to increase your general intelligence and general perspective on things, which I think आज बहुत easy है increase करना. Because if you are more intelligent than the average person, chances are that when you like if I take the analogy of a door, तो door के नीचे आप लिफाफा डाल सकते हो ना, तो फिर आप door के अंदर लिफाफा डाल तो proof that आपने कुछ बोला है जो उसकी curiosity spark करे और दरवाजा खोल दे. फिर उसके बाद same journey है. When we were little younger and growing up, it was all about like attitude and soft skill and all. Aaj it's about hard skill. It's about how precise you can be with your skill, how good can you be with your skill. The hard skill gets you through the door. Soft skill will be the one that if you don't have it, it will not open more doors. But hard skill is what we look for.
Also, okay, we want to ask you like बचपन से आज तक, what is one brilliant marketing campaign that maybe you've seen and that you've done?
I've been a part of, the best one that I've been a part of and seen is a great Piyush Pandey's Fevicol.
Campaign that you've not done or that you've seen that you thought had got a lot of reviews, well done and all, and you were like, what the hell? You don't need to take the name of the brand.
Google Reunion. I wish I had made that film. वो जो पाकिस्तान में एक बंदा है और उसकी फैमिली है. I think it was a 2012 film, if I'm not mistaken. Excellent. Still today, the best digital film made in India.
Favorite film कौन सी है? मतलब marketing की कोई film जो आपको select किया?
There is one very good marketing film called Art and Copy.
Art and Copy?
Art and Copy. It's on YouTube, you must check it out. Like I don't think it's supposed to be on YouTube, but it is on YouTube. And it is all the greats of Madison Avenue from where advertising was taken birth, right from Brandify Lines to the Volkswagen Beetle to L'Oreal Paris, how these campaigns were written, how the Apple 1984 commercial was written, how Wyden and Kennedy was formed, how Nike Just Do It was a slogan that came out. It's more America focused, but I feel like now we'll do an India focused one also.
What about books? Suppose if somebody wants to get into marketing.
Into marketing?
There are 2-3 books for marketing and 2-3 books for general life.
So there I'll split the books into 2 parts, right? Like one is for the creative souls and one is for the structured souls. So the structured souls ke liye there is a very good book on how brands grow by Professor Byron Sharp, which is a Bible. If you sit in front of a CMO and you've read Byron Sharp and you say, I've read Byron Sharp, this is his theory, blah, blah, blah.
You're hired.
Yeah, exactly. So that is what will happen. So how brands grow by Byron Sharp, and there's a part 2, I can't remember the name right now, but Byron Sharp is the guy you want to check out. If you also are building a people-oriented company with creative, you want to read Creativity Inc. by Ed Catmull, who's the founder of Pixar. You also will enjoy, if you enjoy Creativity Inc., The Ride of a Lifetime by Disney CEO. So that is the other book that Bob Iger. That is the other book you will enjoy if you're in this line of running studios, running business, of entertainment. These are books that you will enjoy. And if you're a writer, then the copy book is a nice one, which is a lovely big white book, which is there. There's also Ogilvy on advertising. Hey Whipple Squeeze This is a all-time great. That if you enter advertising and you have Hey Whipple Squeeze This, it's good. So these are the books that I would suggest.
ये सब पढ़ लेना यार, मतलब
हम ही पढ़ेंगे.
बहुत सारी लिस्ट आ गई है अभी इतनी मोटी
Bro, you guys are too good, man. I'm just like entertaining.
आपने बहुत सारे पॉडकास्ट में बोला है दैट यू यूज्ड टू स्मोक आउट. हाँ तो अभी मतलब ऐसे डर नहीं लगता कि पुलिस आ जाएगी खटखट कर देगी?
6 साल हो गए ना. लेकिन आएंगे तो आने दो. मैं बोलूंगा सर आप हर एक पॉडकास्ट को देख लो. मैंने क्या बोला है कि मत करो मत करो मत करो. इसलिए मैं बोलता हूँ मैं करता था.
क्विट कैसे किया आपने? मतलब यू यूज्ड टू स्मोक फॉर लाइक 2-3 years. 5 years. 5 साल फूका. बढ़िया. एंड देन
5 साल फूका, 2 साल मुंह तोड़ के फूका, 3 साल निकलना चाहता था लेकिन निकल नहीं पाया. एक यूनिवर्सिटी थे लुंड यूनिवर्सिटी स्वीडन की. मैं रोज देखता था अरे वापस आ गया ये पेपर. उसका एक पेपर है द हार्मफुल इफेक्ट ऑफ.
पर हाथ में जॉइंट होता था?
नहीं सुबह नहीं होता था.
अच्छा, okay.
सुबह नहीं होता था, रात में होता था. तो सुबह रात में किया होता था, सुबह उठता था अरे क्यों किया मैंने, खोलते देखता था, फिर रात में वापस. तो फिर मैंने उनको बोला कि मुझे ये प्रॉब्लम है और मतलब आई एम ओपनिंग अप टू यू बिकॉज मैंने किसी से ओपन अप नहीं किया है और आई फील एम्बैरेस्ड टू ओपन अप अबाउट इट कि मैं इसे कैसे निकलूँ. और फिर उन्होंने मुझे वो डायलॉग बोला जो मेरे लिए एक हथौड़ा था. शी सेड यू आर कॉन्स्टेंटली गेटिंग हाई बिकॉज यू आर नॉट हाई इनफ ऑन योर ओन लाइफ. तो मुझे वो बत्ती चमकी कि हाँ बराबर बोल रही है और ये सही नहीं है. मुझे लाइफ से बहुत सेटिस्फैक्शन मिल सकती है, मैं लाइफ से सेटिस्फैक्शन लूंगा. और वो रात को उन्होंने मुझे एक मेडिटेशन दिया. सो 5.5 years बैक दैट वाज माय फर्स्ट प्रॉपर मेडिटेशन प्रैक्टिस एंड आई फील लाइक व्हाट शी सेड वेंट इनटू माय सबकॉन्शियस एंड इट स्टक दैट यू विल गेट हाई ऑन योर ओन लाइफ.
Damn.
And now you want others to also get.
Yeah, I mean I hope so. Like you know, if it can touch in so many people in some little way, na, then that's like gratification.
So, matlab, if you could, because you sold so many products, so many things, you could tell our audience about the app and.
इसको थोड़ा वैसे करते हैं ना सर. सब मेरे को ना बहुत परेशानी हो रही है, मेरे को थोड़ा स्ट्रेस हो रहा है. ऑर्गेनिक क्या आप मेरे को बहुत परेशानी हो रही है. आई एम अनएबल टू स्लीप, आई एम स्ट्रेसिंग अ लॉट. सो कैन यू टेल मी समथिंग सो दैट इट हेल्प्स?
तो डाउनलोड कीजिए लेवल सुपरमाइंड.
क्या बोला सर आपने?
व्हाट? लेवल सुपरमाइंड.
क्या सुपरमाइंड?
हाँ
कभी करता हूँ सर. अक्षय तू भी कर.
I already have it actually, I think.
Honestly, it's a great app, sir. Do you want to say something to?
Yeah, it's we have basically turned the process of growth into a game. So make sure you got a super mind. We have a lovely product around sleep. So you know we've put a lot of ancient practices around sleep, which you can then sleep well because of. We've got a great journaling product which gives you prompts of like the different things you can think about to discover yourself. We've also got meditation, and we are putting many different schools of meditation because also meditation you need to find the right fit for yourself. So we are helping you start in the best way, and then once you start you can go deeper into multiple different schools. And then we've got workouts also where we've got yoga related workouts and we've got HIIT related workouts and we've got some calisthenics related workouts. So you know you can put all that together. And then there's some very cool AI elements coming in. So the process of growth being fun, addictive, enjoyable, that's what we're building with Level Supermind. And if you're an advertiser, then please advertise on ScoopWhoop. Please make sure that you know you're giving them all the support, all the right brands, so that they can make sure that they're creating amazing more content. And if you're following them, please follow, like, subscribe, share, everything.
Thanks, Harshil. It was an absolute pleasure, honor, everything.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Actually, really, really nice, man. Thank you for all your insights.